Okay guys, so today we're back over on the JP side of things for Naruto Ultimate Ninja Blazing, and we're going to be going over the Impact Raid Haku, and I don't know the actual name of the raid because I don't think anyone's really translated it yet, but this is the Haku Impact mission. We're going to be going over the S rank, and we're going to be doing the raid review of it. If you don't know what the raid review is, or the series that I do on this channel, or maybe you don't even know what the fuck this video is, you don't know what the hell Naruto is, and somehow you ended up on it, number one, you should like sub to the channel because you know it's me. That'll be dope for you to do. But anyway, besides the for all the self promotion that we're doing here, pretty much we sit here and we tell you exactly what to do in the raid, what units to bring to help you out, what spawns in on each stage, what the boss does utility wise and damage wise, and I tell you how to beat it, and we move on and we beat the fuck out of the raid. But before we get into that, guys, thank you so much. We're on the road to 2K. We're legit, as of recording this video, like 60 subs away, give or take, from 2K. I have some special things I want to do for 2K, including some type of giveaway and maybe some type of video format or something. I don't know exactly what I want to do. If you have any suggestions, leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll make sure to keep your ideas in mind. Also, guys, we're over on Twitter. We have 216 followers at the moment. Thank you guys so much for that as well. I didn't even expect my Twitter to grow at all. I literally looked at it the other day and I was at 215. I was like, what the fuck? But again, thank you guys so much for that. I do hope you continue to help me help you with this stuff like this, because as long as y'all support me, I will support y'all. But anyway, with all that aside, like I said, we're going to be doing the review of S rank Haku, and you know, it's not that hard. Me and this dude in the Chinese comment section went back and forth for a little bit about how raids are getting too easy, and he thought it was actually getting harder, whereas some of the aspects of the raids are getting harder, but with the units we have, they're very easily countered. Now for newer players, this raid is going to be a little bit difficult for you, but for veteran players, you know, we should have stuff that we can do that you can't do. PvP. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on into stage number 1 of this raid. Now, of course, we have 3 stages, and each stage only has 1 wave. So wave 1, stage 1, we have 6 white Zetsu spawning in on the map, 2 at the top right, 2 at the bottom right, and 2 in the middle. No one specified this to me when I asked them, and I didn't see this anywhere on Reddit or anything like that. But more than likely, all of these units are varied between mid-range and long-range. Most of the time when we have Zetsus, they're either all long-range, all mid-range, or they vary between the both of them. Now, I do think they will end up varying between mid-range to long-range, or all end up being long-range, because that's what Bandai likes doing. So do expect them to have a decent amount of range. Now, they don't do a lot of damage solo hitting, but the reason they make them mid to long range is so that way they can combo hit the fuck out of you. So what I do suggest you do is take out at least 4 of the units. Any unit with a good size AoE attack, as in like a Sasori attack, or even like a Madara ninjutsu or Pain ninjutsu, Blazing Fast Itachi jutsu, they will all, well, Blazing Fast Itachi might not kill them, but you will weaken them a considerable amount. So I do suggest using an AoE ninjutsu to go ahead and kill off at least 4 of them, and then just combo punch 1 to death, and then just stall on the last Zetsu, get your chakra back up, and move on to the next stage. Or if you're a savage, go ahead and use a Madara ninjutsu, kill them all off, and move on to the next stage. So on stage 2, there's also only 1 wave. You have 4 Zetsu, 2 spawning in the middle, and the 1 on the top right, 1 on the bottom right, and Haku is spawning behind all of the Zetsu. Now, I just want to mention this really quickly. If I call Haku a girl by mistake, I am sorry. I spent a good 12 years of my life thinking Haku was a girl, so please leave me alone about it. So once again, like the first stage, these Zetsu are either mid to long range units. They don't do a lot of damage, but they do combo hit you. So again, I do suggest preferably using a ninjutsu or ultimate ninjutsu and hitting at least 4 of the units. As when I mean 4 of the units, hit 3 of the Zetsu and Haku. You want to go ahead and kill Haku off, so that way you don't really have to worry about her. Now, unfortunately, I don't know of a unit that can legitly one-hit Haku in 1 ultimate ninjutsu. Even a Madara only does about half health, or leaves her with a quarter of health. And right after your first turn, he activates his barrier, which the barrier has at least 20k, if not more, defense that you have to go through. Now, it might be a little less, it might be a little more. I'm not exactly sure. Again, Reddit didn't specify this. I know Darkskin, by the way, shout out to Darkskin for hooking me up with the screenshots of the raid. Darkskin didn't specify exactly how much, but he did say tanky, and most ninjutsu do around like 15k to like 30k according who you use, or like especially ults. And given that he said it was tanky doing that and he was running the units on screen, I do suggest that you go ahead and kill Haku off as fast as you can. Use a barrier breaker if you can. Barrier breakers are going to be really essential to this raid. I know emergency mission Jugo can use has a barrier break on his ultimate ninjutsu. Darui has a barrier break on his ultimate ninjutsu, and I believe Utataka has a barrier break or something like that as his final ability. So if you're a whale and you have a max dupe Utataka, you could bring him to destroy barriers, or you can use Darui or one of the other free-to-play units that does have a barrier break. So once again, kill off 3 of the Zetsu, kill off Haku, and then stall on the final Zetsu. Or you can even stall on Haku, but with Haku activating that barrier consistently, because Haku will not use his ultimate ninjutsu on the stage. But since he does very rapidly use his barrier, it will be kind of hard to kill him, so I do suggest killing him off right after his first barrier goes up. Okay, so now for the third and final stage. Once again, only one wave to this stage, and it's not hard, but it's not easy at the same time. So on this stage, you actually have skill Zabuza and a skill Haku on the map. Zabuza spawns right where you spawn on the left side of the screen, and Haku spawns on the right side of the screen. Now, once you immediately start, Haku activates one of his abilities, which makes him to where he's 70% chance of not being jutsu sealed or immobilized. So he can be jutsu sealed and immobilized, but it's only 70% chance that it's not going to happen. So I highly doubt you'll be able to jutsu seal or immobilize. So I would not bank on jutsu sealing or immobilizing Haku, because most likely it won't work. But right after he activates that 70%, he goes over and gives himself and Zabuza a barrier. Again, don't know exactly how much barrier he has, but I would like to say around 20k or more would be about the rough estimate that there will be there. Now to go over the jutsus that will be used, of course Haku is going to be using his barrier ninjutsu. Haku will also be using an AoE attack, which is her mirrors that she puts around people. And with that ultimate ninjutsu, it is going to be doing a good amount of damage to you, so I do not suggest grouping up too much, especially when Haku is saying that he's going to use his secret ninjutsu. Now, not only do you have to worry about that, Zabuza uses his regular ninjutsu and his ultimate ninjutsu, the same ones that the EMS Zabuza that we had last week actually has. Zabuza does a water prison jutsu that immobilizes you, and also does his ultimate, his silent killing technique that gives himself perfect dodges. So you're going to be taking a lot of damage if you leave them both on the field. Now, given that Haku will continually give Zabuza a barrier as long as he's on the field, I do suggest going ahead and killing off Zabuza. Now, you can kill off Zabuza, but everyone thinks that since Haku has a 70% chance of not being immobilized or seal, that Zabuza has the same ability. He doesn't. You can immobilize and seal Zabuza actually very easily. So one, you could do that to Zabuza and just have him off in a corner to where he can't harm you at all, and you can just fully focus all your ninjutsus on Haku to kill him off as fast as you can. But again, every time Haku uses his barrier ninjutsu, he will go over to Zabuza and give it to him. So I do suggest going off and killing Zabuza as fast as you can, so you do not have to worry about Zabuza at all, because if you run out of ninjutsus and so where you can't jutsu seal or immobilize him anymore, he will start giving himself either perfect dodges and or immobilizing you, or maybe both, and doing extra damage that you don't need to be taking. Because even running at this rate as heart units only, you will still be taking a good amount of damage from Haku, especially if she's AoE attacking you with her ultimate. So again, kill off Zabuza as fast as you can. Even if you have to use all your ultimates on them, kill them off, especially if they're AoE ults like Madara's. Go ahead and spend them all. Spend every single ult you have, kill off Zabuza as fast as you can, and then just stall if you need to get your ninjutsus back up, and then just finish off Haku. Now, I do not believe that Haku's ninjutsu barrier will actually stack up, as in, if you don't know what I mean, like if he uses his barrier once and then uses the turn right after, I don't think it will continue stacking up the defense that it will actually give you. It could, but I highly doubt that happens. Also, Zabuza and Haku both have field healing, so if they're they're beside each other, they will be healing each other constantly. And I don't know how much the healing is for, but I would be safe to assume that it's probably around 200 to like 1,000, because that would make it a little bit harder, but I don't know exactly the percentages, because once again, no one told me, and I haven't ran the raid for myself, and the Reddit doesn't have it specified. But once again, like I said, this raid isn't that hard. I would just bring a lot of AoE attackers, especially if you're doing body only. I don't know what body units actually have barrier breakers up there. If I do remember, because I don't know right now, I'll put it in the description or the comment section below to help you out, or maybe I'll even put them on screen now if I can find some while I'm editing this video. But bring any type of barrier breaker and or nuker to get that barrier away, because the longer Haku and Zabuza have those barriers, it's going to be harder for you to deal with them. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like. Let me know down in the comment section below if you need help for this raid. Guys, if you need help with this raid and you know you can't do this by yourself, and or you don't have a 99 luck unit and you keep getting kicked from the event when you're trying it by yourself, when this comes out on global, hit me up when I'm live streaming the Haku raid and ask for help. I don't mind helping. Now, I always can't help you. Sorry, I burped. I can't always help you though, but I do try to help as many people as best the way I can, especially when I'm farming him. Now, most of the time, I'll probably end up farming Haku to 99 luck and doing at least a good amount of limit breaking, if not a max limit break. I'm not too sure if I'm a max limit break Haku as of this moment or not though. But if y'all guys do need help, I'm down to help. Hit me up in the comment section below, and I'll go ahead and start trying to prioritize some of the people as y'all join the live stream. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed, like I said, leave me a comment down below how you feel about this raid. Are raids getting too easy? Are they getting harder? If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Anyway guys, I'll see you the fuck later. Peace.